we have the violence weight division right here. Another one in the violence weight division. Elves Brener versus Esteban Ribovics. It is a crime right here. Somebody needs to go to jail for scheduling this in the Apex. This needs to be in front of a packed out crowd. This has violence written all over it, man. There's no other way that you could put it right here. Elvis Brener, man, this dude I was very high on, but he's coming off of some pretty nasty back-to-back losses right here. If we take a look, Mike Tebek Oralby and Joel Alvarez, not bad guys to lose against. But then again, Ribovics, who had that, some would say a classic at the Sphere with Daniel Zellhuber, you got boxed up by Nasrat Haqparast and you lost a split decision. I don't think Brener has the boxing to keep Ribovics away, but he has the dog in him to make this a very interesting fight. So talk to me, brother. How are you seeing this one?
Very much has the dog in him, Derek. What I'm excited for is one thing I like about Elvis Brener. He lures you in and then he counter strikes with power. And then you can really see people when they get hit, they realize like, oh, I'm in a different kind of fight with Brener right here. This is a dog match. He really stays busy at range. He has all the tools. Yeah, I agree with you. He doesn't have the boxing to be able to really outstrike Ribovics, but he has all the other tools to make this, give himself a chance to be able to get on the inside and do the most damage. And that's where he's going to be living, especially with how proficient of a striker that Ribovics is. When he comes in for that boxing, Elvis Brener can find ways to cut angles and then also do some damage on the inside.
I'm big on Brener, bro, and I want to agree with you here. I just think he's the slower fighter in this matchup. I think his head movement is a little unrefined for a matchup of this caliber right here. And I think that he lures you in, but I think he does it with his chin. And that's not a recipe that you want to have here against Ribovics. So here's the thing, man. Grappling, I think, is going to be the path to victory right here for Brener. Like, make it a dogfight, make it ugly, and don't let Ribovics sit there, walk you down, and just trade with you. But I don't really see a path for Brener being on the front foot without boxing of his own. If you saw the fight against Joel Alvarez, it was just a war of attrition type thing. It was only a matter of time. Like, he was getting clipped left and right, but he's giving you that hands down, weird kind of guard. You know what I mean? Nothing's tight. Like, Ribovics is going to come in tight, head moving, try to hit you with that rear hand, hit you with that head kick, that switch kick. And as you could tell, I'm high on Ribovics here, but I think the line indicates it as well. Minus 250 favorite for Ribovics, plus 210 comeback for Brener, where I will say this. Brener is a guy who can be live, but live as a dog right here. And I think Ribovics has some dog in him too.
If this fight gets extended, Derek, I think we're going to see a lot of blood on the canvas, right? I'm with you. I think Elvis Brener doesn't have the technique to get there going, but he has the pressure and the willingness to keep this fight going. And as solid and as snappy of a boxer that Ribovics is, and a striker all in general, right? Nice kicks as well. But when you're going there, you're hitting people with 5-6 punches, no doing nothing to you. It really does make you wonder if you have enough to put this guy away. And that's where Brener is very, very dangerous. If this one extends, I'm still giving the advantage to Ribovics. I think on paper overall, he has the majority of the advantages. I think his dog's going to be tested in this fight, and that's really what we're going to be seeing.
11 submission victories for Elves Brener, man. So if he gets hurt, I expect him to force a scramble. And again, Ribovics, look at the takedown defense. 63% is what he's tracking right here. So it's not perfect. He does have the ability to get reversed. I don't expect him coming out shooting, takedowns himself. Like I said, I think he's going to want to try to just walk him down and see what he can do there. But as much as I'm a fan favorite of Brener and the shoot the box camp right here, I just think Ribovics is going to be too much right here. Okay, let's get into the weeds right here, though, man. Ribovics wins 2 pass. A lot of people are taking finish. A lot of people are taking knockout right here. But if you look at the totals, 1.5 rounds, minus 300 for the over, plus 240 for the under. And AJ, I like the over. I think it's going to be hard to get Brener out of there if Ribovics is the side that's victorious.
I like the over too, Derek. I'm giving a lot to the dog that is Brener right here, and especially with Ribovics, how he fights. He's not throwing power on power every single time. He's piecing you up. He's hitting you a couple different times. And yeah, he can put you to sleep, but I do think I'm giving a lot of credit to how Brener gets it done. And I was looking at the odds, man. It's kind of crazy that that Ribovics by TKO is plus 165. A lot of people are thinking he's going to finish this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be hard, especially. I mean, Ribovics, listen, man, he has a chin of his own. He has great cardio. Brenner's cardio can be a little bit questionable, but again, it's the intangible. It's the thing you can't put down on paper. The dude has heart, And that's what you need in a fight like this. You can't go 3 in a row, bro. You can't go 3 losses in a row right here. That's when some bad things start happening. So again, the consensus pick on this one is fair. It's going to be Esteban Ribovics. And then again, AJ, is this just a pick right here, or are you taking the bet? Are you taking the money line?
I like the money line, Derek, but this is one of those that I put in a parlay as well if you're not
Yeah.
fully confident. But I like Ribovics at 250, and especially if he does this one in style, we're not going to be seeing these kind of numbers again.
And I think if you parlay this correctly with Rombetsky, you can get plus money if you parlay Ribovics and Rombetsky together. So, all right, that should be a good one.